Hello, hello, hello. We're playing some Angler Call of the Wild today. And instead of just answering questions about the game or just fishing like I usually do, you've seen the thumbnail, you've seen the title. We're showing some diamond locations for largemouth bass, man. I got 4 of them. 4 pretty good ones. One of which I discovered myself. 3 of which... No, I'm sorry. 1 of which I discovered myself. 2 of which were found just from players catching them on the map. And 1 of which I found online, all 4 of which I have personally caught diamonds at myself. So let's just get it started. I'm already at one of them. We're going to reference the starter outpost. Oh, we're on Golden Ridge Reserve, by the way. I figured you guys knew that. We're going to reference the starter outpost. Go to the top right of the map, the Cackling Needle, and then drive down to this little pond in the river right here. I personally just cast off of this dock. I have caught a largemouth from here, a diamond. I doubt I will catch one today, and I'm not going to stay here until I do. I'm going to catch a fish or two. Just go to me doing it right now. Just catch a fish or two. So I'm reeling in my 4th or 5th cast now, and we've had 0 fish, but that doesn't mean that this is not a good location. Okay, I have caught diamonds at this location before. I mean, there's times I've been at this location where I've had just the craziest bite rates. But then, then again, there's times like this where I've had essentially nothing. But this is a location 1. We're just going to move on to location 2. Like I said, I don't really want to take up too much of your time here. Reference starter outpost. Up and to the right, Cackling Needle. Drive down to this pond right here. All right, let's move on to location 2. I'm just going to jump there. I got magic powers like that. Yeah, I'll just teleport there right now. I'm going to just go ahead and do that. Boom. You might be asking how we got here. We flew. And that's reference to the starter outpost. Starter outpost is right there. We're on the same lake. Just hop on the boat, cruise on over here, or go ahead and teleport to the empty fork trailhead and just cruise on up to what I like to call Blue Bridge. As you can probably see why. This is a pretty popular location. There's a lot of species here. I'm not covering any of those other species in this video, though. I'm just talking about largemouth bass. And I have caught a diamond at this location. I have at all of these locations. I've seen a bunch of people catch them here. This is a spot that's often talked about online, and it's clearly more successful than the other one because I actually have a bite. But to be fair, it could also just be a pike. And I did throw out chum. That's a decent little bass, I think. Hold on now. Hold on now. Little 5 pounds, little 5 pound large, man. We'll catch 1 or 2 more at this location. I'll just skip to them. But yeah, decent little spot. Gonna reel another one in. Get them all the way. Looks like another silver. Yeah. All right. There's another one on already. Every cast we're getting something here. The bass at this spot are clearly ravenous. I'm on about 12 catches now and probably 3.5 minutes. I don't think I'm going to reel in a gold, so I'm just going to let this be the last one, and we're going to move on to location 3. But they are absolutely ravenous at this spot. If you are not getting bites, come to this location, throw out your lake mix and a popper. You're definitely going to get something. I do really enjoy the consistency of this spot. All right. Well, let me reference the starter outpost just one more time for this location so you guys know where it's at. I imagine y'all probably know where this is anyway. It's pretty popular. Simply a little, northeast of the starting outpost, up at Blue Bridge, above the empty fork trailhead. I like to take a boat and just cast along this little shore here. All right, well, let's move on to location 3 then. All right, so we've arrived here at location 3. This one, we referenced the starter outpost. There's no real need to reference the starter outpost because it's just at the starter outpost at the bridge directly above it. So if you do need to see that, I guess there you go. There's Diamond Peak Outpost, and then this is where the spot is right here. This is a fabulous location. I have caught a decent, I think it was my 10.8 pounder that I have. I think it was, or 10.6 pounder. I think it was this fella. Caught at this location. Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember. Might have been it might have been at the next spot. It might have been at spot number 4, which is my personal favorite spot. But this location is This one's pretty good. This one's probably the best for like super early game players because the bass here are decent. There's also gold sunfish. There's crappie. There's I'm pretty sure there's pike here too, but even then, I think it's mostly bronze at this location in terms of pike. I don't get many big pike here. I get some small pike here, a bunch of small pike, but no real big pikes. You don't got to worry about anything breaking your line if it's too small. I think this location's probably the best for early game players if I was forced to choose. But other than that, let me just catch one or two more, and then we'll move on to the final one, man. We'll move on to what is my personal favorite, what I think is the best largemouth bass fishing location just in the game, period. It's such a good spot. I've caught probably 2 or 3 diamonds a day for like the past week from this spot. Me and my friends have just absolutely violated the fish at this location. I mean, they stand no chance against us. Once we show up, it's like we've got nets essentially because we're just reeling in so many of them. We'll get one more cast here at this location. I might even just be able to ramble on and minimize the editing, actually. Nope, scratch that. Cut! It was about 30 seconds between me saying cut and me actually reeling something in. But that was the last fish I'm going to go ahead and catch at this location. I'll just show you one more time. It's essentially just the bridge above the starter outpost. Alright. Let's just move on to location 4, which I feel is my personal favorite. I feel it's the best in the game. We're just going to go there now. All right, so we're here at spot 4, and just to reference the starter outpost one final time, here we are for the starter outpost, just straight to the left of it, pretty much right above the Shoshone step. Little trailhead. Just some people like to stand on that little island right there. My homies like to stand on those rocks. I personally like to send a bait over in between those rocks and then one over there. And then I alternate between the two. I'll throw a cast out over here. Reel it in. And then even if I do catch something, I'll just throw a cast out on the other side over there, the other side of the rocks. I kind of just alternate between the two. And I've caught some seriously good bass from this location. Like I said, this is probably my favorite bass fishing location in the game. I don't think it gets better than this. I really don't. I might watch me not catch a single thing while I'm here. Watch me just get absolutely, there we go. Just get absolutely proven wrong. There are also pretty much like the same with every other location. There's pike here. There's freshwater drum here. There's muskie. There's gold or green sunfish. Rock bass, smallmouth. There's a pretty large variety to all these locations. This one, man, this one's special. I actually, a little brag on myself here. Darth Sloan's Discord, the top 5 submissions. I submitted a 6.60 smallmouth bass. That's currently in first place, and I think it's going to hold first place for a fairly long time because it's 0.1 away from like the biggest ever caught in the community. So I think it's going to hold first place, but it was a smallmouth caught at this location. So this location's nice. This location's nice. Of course, I'm going to do another video for the smallmouth. That's to come later on, you know. I figure I might as well do like a little series out of this. I'm just going to go down the handbook and make a location video for each of these fish. Some of them I still need to find the locations for personally, but I'm going to go ahead and do that. I don't think I'm going to catch much here, and I don't want to take up too much more of your time, so I'm going to just reel in this one, catch whatever I catch, and then that's going to go ahead and be the end of the video. And we're going to, after I reel this in, we'll do a little recap of the locations. All right, that's a decent little bass too. A decent little bass. Okay, a little 5.5 pounder. We'll take it. All right, so let's just do a quick little wrap up. And let me get one more cast. I'll just skip to me reeling the fish in. All right, I got another one coming in. This one's definitely just a bronze or silver though, nothing crazy. Okay. Well, all right. That's enough. I'm addicted. That's enough. Let's do a little recap of the locations. Location 1 is just to the right of the Cackling Needle. Location 2 is Blue Bridge, just above the Empty Fork trailhead. Location 3 is the bridge just above the starter outpost. And location 4 is just to the left of the starter outpost, directly above Shoshone Step, right here in this little series of lily pads. I feel that this is probably my favorite location. If you are just not having luck at any of the other ones, come here. You are going to catch a diamond. Just give yourself some time, swap between different varieties of baits. You are going to catch one. Guaranteed at this location, whether it is a smallmouth or a largemouth, you are going to get one here. And that's really all I have to say. I hope it helped you. Took a little bit trying to find all of these locations. Of course, the recording was short, but the sourcing of the locations did take a little bit of effort. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it helped you out. If I did, leave a like. Let me comment. Let me know if I can work on anything for the video. You know what I'm saying? Just let me know, man. Give me some feedback. I could use some feedback. All right. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful, fantastic evening.